Diamond in the rough. I am the law. You know what? The whole Brett Kavanaugh and Dr. Hill testimony got me to thinking and got me to reminiscing about the Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill um, testimony. It really did. This whole issue of having sexual predators on the Supreme Court, they seem to think they deserve a bench on the Supreme Court. I don't believe any sexual predator has a right to be on the Supreme Court. But this whole business of sexual harassment in the workplace, and probably 80% of women have gone through that. I know that some women have slept their way to the top. Um, but this is not like uncommon. This is not unusual. This is not an unusual issue. Okay. Now, one thing I find interesting about Clarence Thomas, there were some other women on YouTube, and if you really do your research on Google, there were some other women who came forth who kind of corroborated what Anita Hill was saying. One woman said that he liked threesomes, and I'll get back to that in a minute. Now, you know, most black men, when they want a hoe, they usually go to the streets. But what does Clarence Thomas do? He's going to say, I'm going to get me a hoe. I'm going to get me a hoe in the workplace. So he's going to say, okay, I'm going to get these black women are nothing more than hoes to me. I don't care if they have a law degree. I don't care if they have 2 master's degrees. But to him, they're nothing but hoes. And he's going to treat them as such. He's going to treat them like they're hoes. Okay, so rather than get him a hoe from the streets, which anybody would have understood. If you want a hoe, get one from the street. That's what most black men do. He's gonna try to turn the women at the workplace into hoes. And let's get real for a minute. You know what I always say, sin makes a fool of us. Let's get real for a minute. Clarence Thomas is black and ugly. And you know what? I never understood why ugly men always think that every woman, no matter what color, want their butt. And see, he's going to ego trip. He think he has a law degree, so therefore every woman wants him. Every black woman wants him. As black and ugly as he is. Let's get real for a minute, y'all. Okay? So look, one woman said that he liked threesomes. And can you imagine that? Can you imagine you got to deal with Clarence Thomas's from 9 to 5, and then you got to deal with his black behind after 5. As well as you got to look at somebody else's black behind. You know, that's just not even a good picture, y'all. I mean, that's enough to say no dinner, y'all, for a week. Okay? Now, see, Clarence Thomas has this attitude. I don't have to respect black women. I don't care if she does have a law degree or a master's degree. I don't have to respect her. I can treat her like a whore. And that's what he does, and that's what he did. Treated Anita Hill like a whore and not like a professional. Like I said, I never understand why he didn't just get him a hoe off the street. Most black men do. If they want a hoe, just get one off the street. Okay, but you know what? He was clouded by his educational level. He said, okay, I have a law degree, even though, you know, and so he can get any woman. He can get any woman, black or white, even though he cotton picking ugly, y'all. Let's get real for a minute. He ugly. And I just cannot imagine that horror that those women went through. They got to deal with him from 9 to 5. Look at his black, ugly self, 9 to 5 at the same organization, y'all. And then you got to look at his black behind after 5. That's not even a good picture. You know, when I was younger and stupider, my thinking was clouded. I knew this guy. He was real black and he was real ugly. He was from the swamps too. He was a swamp nigga. Clarence Thomas reminds me so much of him. You know, a swamp nigga. You know, this guy was black and ugly. He's still cotton picking black and ugly because I saw his picture. I mean, you just wouldn't believe, a man that looked at black and ugly. Now, look, I'm from the coal fields, and look, those men didn't look halfway bad. They'd never been that black and ugly, okay? And, even when I was 20 or 21, I'd never seen a young man that black and ugly before, ever. But like I said, I'm from the coal fields, and you know the men there, as I was growing up, never were bad looking. Okay, so I wasn't even used to seeing anybody that cotton picking ugly. Okay, but he, you know, he's still ugly, y'all. I'm just being real. Clarence Thomas reminds me of him. You know, Clarence Thomas is ugly, black, dark skinned, black and ugly from the swamps. And he think, okay, he got a little bit of education, so any woman wants him. Particularly any black woman wants him, and he can treat her like a whore. He can treat her like a common whore. But see, the very thought that you got to deal with Clarence Thomas from 9 to 5, and then go look at his black behind after 5 is just not a good picture. Just not a good picture, y'all. Bye.